After I wrap up a training program, I generally ask my participants what topics they like most. And so today I'm in Vienna in Austria, and I wrapped up a week-long program on strategic leadership for senior managers. And so what I do is I give my course participants some dots, as I call them. These are little stickers. So I give them 6 to 10 green dots and one red one. And then I ask them to go around the room and look at all the flip charts and look in all the notebooks, and then vote with these stickers which topics they like most. And they can give multiple dots to one topic. And so the topic that won this time was this topic of influence by Robert Cialdini. And I also covered Charlie Munger's book on Poor Charlie's Almanac, which also considers some very important topics when it comes to influencing. So let me briefly discuss. So Robert Cialdini, he wrote this wonderful book, Influence, and it's still very, very influential. And even Charlie Munger, the great Charlie Munger, he just died last year, but he was the partner of Warren Buffett in Berkshire Hathaway, and he was 99 years old, and he wrote this book, Poor Charlie's Almanac, just I think in 2005 or so, and it contains 11 speeches, and one of those speeches is about psychological tendencies. So those are the biases, the mental biases, psychological biases that we have when we make decisions. And the thing is, we think that we are rational beings, but we are not, because the amount of information that we can consciously process is about 60 bits per second, which is 60 pieces of information, whereas our brain gets about 11.2 million pieces of information per second, our brain and our senses. So we are not rational beings, and it's very helpful to be aware of the psychological tendencies that we have, and also the manipulative techniques that people use on us, with us, when trying to persuade us, to influence us. And I think it's important to ask ourselves, am I coming from the right place? There's nothing wrong with using these techniques, but what do you use them for? These are weapons of mass influence, and I think we need to use them wisely. And so Cialdini talks about reciprocity, scarcity, authority, social proof, liking, consistency, and he added a seventh one not too long ago called unity, which is our need for belonging. You can all look it up on YouTube, so I don't need to explain it in detail here. And then Charlie Munger, he talks about, I believe, 25 or 26 psychological tendencies, and they're a little bit related, but then it's more expanded too. And Charlie, in fact, he credits Robert Cialdini for the great work Robert has done in making this so clear and simple and accessible to a wide audience. So if this interests you, then for instance, audible.com, go and look up Charlie Munger's fantastic summary of all his lectures, where he discusses these psychological tendencies and much more to do with investing, to do with living a great life. And well, all in all, he's just a very, very wise person, and he's given lots of credit to Robert Cialdini. So enjoy and let me know what you think.